purpose of today's Insights Forum was to get 25 organisations together, who have a passion and a drive to create outstanding performance across their organisations. It was about sharing insights, learnings, mistakes, ideas, and walking away with some things that we can all go off and do that will make a difference to achieving greater performance within the organisation. Clearly, performance is not just about delivery. It's not just about the result. It's about how people produce the result. It's no good having a negative or bad relationship with a customer or the team around you. Michelle Brailsford came to talk to us about how they create a performance advantage at BBC Worldwide.
How do we get everyone on the same page? The first step is everyone understanding the corporate strategy. I think the second step is then having the executive team cascade that down through their own division, so translating it basically into what does that mean for us, and it's got to go all the way down through teams, and it's got to go all the way down to individuals.
It's how people interact when they deliver those results, and for that it's a mindset issue, it's an attitude that people need to have. That's something you can't train people, but it's more about how we engage people in what good performance looks like. Bill Templeton came to talk to us about a journey that they've been on over the last few years. It was all about how Network Rail creates a different perception and trust amongst the public and key stakeholders.
So the basics of conversational skills aren't rocket science, it has to be said. This is about effective listening, showing that you're listening, showing that you understand, that you have some empathy with the person that you're interacting with. It's about sensible questioning technique. Questions that don't put the individual on the spot, but coax them to come up with some of their own solutions.
In terms of creating performance across the organisation, it's absolutely critical to have leaders who are doing that day to day, and quite clearly from our conversation, it's not an easy task to do. A recent survey showed that the predominant issue in achieving ongoing improvement in performance is all down to the competence and confidence of managers in having these kind of conversations, in managing performance on a day-to-day basis.
For me personally, I like a leader who is smart, who knows their stuff, but more importantly, it's a leader who can get rid of their ego to a certain extent. Okay, so they are smart and they know their stuff, but they're humble too, and they know that they're there to serve and to be a good coach for me, a good mentor for me. That they are willing to come out from behind themselves and be authentic, and admit when they've made a mistake, admit when they need help, engage me in the process. So it's not just about being, an expert and being a content leader. It's about being, a person, a real human being, and showing their vulnerabilities at times, but also being able to bounce back, be resilient, and role model the behaviors that they're expecting of their team.
Leadership at the top is more than important. It's absolutely critical in this regard. This is difficult stuff. The management of performance is never going to be the easiest part of any line manager's role. And for line managers to understand that everyone in the hierarchy above them is doing exactly the same thing, wrestling with exactly the same problems, dealing with the same difficult conversations, but doing it skillfully, from the CEO downwards, is absolutely critical to getting the right sort of followership through the organisation.
Today, people have come along, they've shared their ideas, their experiences, their insights, their stories, and things they can do within their organisations that will make a big difference to the way they drive and manage performance. At Global Edge, we believe every organisation should be doing this right now. Have the conversation around how to drive and manage performance.